Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you all enjoyed the alpha review, but let's get into another review. Which one are we picking today? Of course it's going to be the New Balance 1080 V10s. Let's get into it. So folks, this review this week is for the New Balance 1080. Very keen to get a try out in these. Wasn't a big fan of the New Balance shoe, but because they brought out this one, looks very nice. Big fan of how it looked. There's also, I think there's 2-3 colorways in it for the males, same as the female. Completely different colorway, but no, it looks very different. This kind of like duck heel cup at the back was very something I was definitely interested in, and then also this hyper weave at the top, like you can see, very stretchy. A lot of movement in it. We can see in later in the video how much it actually moves compared to my foot. But no, new Max brought out by New Balance. Enjoyed it. Very smooth ride throughout when I was trying it. Very like rigid underfoot. This Max is definitely impressive. Big fan of it. It feels like your feet sink into it. Very get used to it very quickly. And especially after a big session, them easy runs, recommend these shoes 100%. Definitely nice and relaxed. The only thing is this upper weave, not a big fan of it. Does hug the foot very well, but just reviewing some of the footage, kind of made up my mind. Don't think I'll be using these too much. But no, I've run about 30 mile, near 50k in the shoes. Enjoyable throughout. Not much wear and tear. We can see here just a bit on the midfoot, toe 100%. Same on the other side, just a bit of scuffing. On the bottom, I think that's just general wear and tear. Don't think there is much, but anybody who's looking at a shoe, who's a big fan of the Nike Flyknit, I'd 100% recommend these. Takes a while for the hyperwave to actually mesh to your foot, where it gets used to it. So it takes a while. So don't just throw it out in the bin after the first run. But didn't have the V9s, but apparently the V9s were a brutal shoe, a lot of slippage. Heel, you were getting a lot of slip in the heel, but from this you can see here it's kind of like this cone effect, but this is something they've improved on, this ultra heel design it's called. And anybody who has Achilles problems doesn't flare, doesn't actually it just locks in. And if you actually see in the middle there's a bit of cushion, so you can see my hand actually pressing in, very nice. Doesn't affect my Achilles when I was running. No issue with that. But overall, smooth ride. Like it was a pretty good shoe to trial out, to have it go. But let's get into a bit of footage and talk over the top, bit of commentary, see what you actually see in the analysis.
I think just seeing getting into stride here, we'll just see different aspects of the actual shoe. We can see some parts here, the cushion down, something similar to the next percents. But the big thing I was seeing here was how bad the ankle was actually moving. Just when some of the freeze frames comes in, you can see the movement in the shoe, all because of that upper flexible, which could be the reason why I was possibly getting sore ankles. Especially in this part, you can see the instep just because of the sloppiness of the shoe. I probably needed more that rigid shoe up top rather than the Flyknit. I think this part of the clip exposes it a lot here. You can see my left foot actually, how much it's fell inwards. Near enough like collapsed knees if you're going to do a squat or something like that, but that's really exposed here. Another kind of request that I got in the previous video was people talking about the paces that I hit in these shoes. So I ran about 30 mile, close to 50k in the shoes, and I was running all different paces. I think the quickest I got down to was around a 6:10 a mile for kind of like an up tempo run. And the shoes felt very smooth, good underfoot. Compared to what I've seen in the previous clips, there wasn't really that much slapping about, but there was definitely good value in the Faux Max that they have. Definitely enjoyed it, and here I'm just clipping along at about 6:45, 7 minute mile pace, just cruising along, enjoying the actual ride of the shoe. So it's probably one of the biggest bonus, just the different ranges of paces that you can actually do, and there's no real issues. You can go slow, which I'd probably recommend more of than the faster stuff, but definitely a very enjoyable shoe. I think just at the end of the clip you can see how much my ankles actually collapsed in. It would remind you very much like fallen knees in a squat, but it's really apparent here. Something I didn't consider when I was actually wearing the shoes, but reviewing footage, you can see it a lot.
So folks, let me know in the comments if you like the commentary over the top of the footage and kind of the freeze frame effect, to see how this foam just sinks so much, and also how kind of amazed I was at the movement of my ankle, especially on the right foot. You could have seen it here, the room that I had, compared to like the foot sinking over this side of the shoe, and that was probably the reason why I was getting slight ankle issues. Wasn't massive issues, but tender ankles, and that's probably just down to me having ankle mobility issues. So anybody who has problems with the ankles or ankle mobility, definitely something you need to be wary of, and even take a bit of footage of yourself to see how your ankle actually moves and your foot placement on the ground. Something that I've actually noticed when reviewing these videos. But overall of the shoe, I was trying to get it to compare with my daily driver, which is the Nike Vomero 13, and they're around 306 grams, and these are pretty light, still heavy on, but for a recovery shoe 280 grams. This is for a UK 10 mil. The other good thing about the New Balance, they have the wide foot, so if you have a wide foot, that definitely helps. So people have corns on the inside or other things, just that broad foot, something to look out for in the New Balance shoe. But no, that Faux Max pretty good, supportive, soft, snug definitely. But would I recommend it? For me personally, no. I wasn't a big fan of this upper, but as I said previously, big fan of the upper. If you are a big fan of the upper in the Flyknit, this is something you need to try out. Mileage wise, how many miles do I think you get out of it? Probably about 400, topping on the 5, but I think you need to rotate the shoe, just so you don't kill that foam, because I think it would die out pretty quickly. So yeah, definitely good iteration. I would like to New Balance to bring this out in a more structured kind of like no Flyknit up the top, that hyper weave. Get rid of that, and I would definitely, that would be my new daily driver if they did that. So folks, that's the end of the review. Pegasus 37s are sitting down here waiting to review, coming up soon. So Pegasus 37s will be reviewed. I have roughly about 25 mile in them. Just want one more run on it just to nail down, but this is a special shoe. So folks, like, subscribe, get notifications for it, and also write down in the comments below what kind of video suggestions. Like, as you can see, muscles are on the wall, so if you want to hear some things about recovery tips and tricks for some things I do personally, and other things that you might implement into your recovery, get in touch. But see you in the next video.